Yeah.
Whoa. Damn, that shit sound good and crispy.
Again and again, this shit never dies.
It never dies, huh? What the hell, man? That's
It's a hot beat.
Classic levels of shit right there, man. What's up, party people in the place to be? This is Mike Robertson, live on Mike Robertson Boulevard, and we in Black History Month.
Last day.
This the last day to learn all you can about Black history.
I take that back, Mike. It's never a last day for Black history.
For y'all, that's
Nigga,
right.
it's Black History Month,
I'm
man.
living
Don't
Black
front.
history.
Don't front on it, man. It's
No
Black
baby
History
mamas,
Month.
no prison record. History.
Really?
Boom.
This nigga don't have.
We have a different history.
Yeah, he don't have no black chromosomes.
We gotta see, that's the importance of Black history. Is many levels to it.
Yeah, dude. Wait a minute. So no felonies? You been picked up by the police, dude, in your life?
Oh, I've been to jail before, but not for a felony.
But not for a felony?
Yeah.
For what? Nigga pissing and shit in the alley?
I've done a few things. I'm not. I'm like Axel Foley. I've fractured an occasional law in my life.
Nigga keeping it secret. Melrose, you been under the gun?
No felonies.
No
I just got a baby
felonies?
mama, so when he said, I resonated with the baby mama.
Was that right? You
Yeah.
You chose that jail, huh?
That was a hell of a sentence.
Nigga went 18 years to life.
That was like Alabama time.
Alabama time?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
It's worse.
Right.
Oh, is it worse?
It's
Oh,
worse.
chain gang
Yeah,
levels.
yeah, it's worse.
You got the white and black suit on?
Yeah.
Man, can you believe that?
Wow,
That's a good
dude.
segue, though, man. We to talk about the correlation with us going to prison for no reason and doing the same shit they was doing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
There's a lot of that going on. That's for sure.
Man, we just.
What a hustle they created.
What a hustle,
That's a hell of a
man.
hustle. I know how to make you work, nigga.
Right, that's right. That's right.
It's like what a
All
hotel,
y'all.
what a hotel chain. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what that is.
Right.
That shit is Embassy Suites, fucking Holiday Inn, all that shit wrapped into one, dude. And I make you work, and you get 23 cents an hour.
Right. Oh yeah, don't shop at not Whole Foods. I think it is Whole Foods. A lot of the brothers and sisters in prison, they farm the produce.
Oh really?
Yep, that's one of those ones.
Man, but they working, man.
Right.
My wife ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, they's working, man. Is that right? Whole Foods.
Whole Foods is one of the ones.
What
man.
they got like the immigrant workers or something.
Man, the guys in prison, they're the ones that's making the food, most of the produce. You know,
Really?
Yeah, like the spinach and all that good stuff that costs $25.
Damn, so niggas be eating prison broccoli and shit.
Yeah.
So you think any prison-produced product shouldn't be supported by the masses, or is it just particularly black people and minorities?
Here's the thing about that is, man, everybody has an angle, and it's always about the money. At the end of the day, man, when you support bullshit, you get bullshit. It's all going to come. The world is round for a reason. Real talk. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people say, well, it's not that bad. When you have to say it's not that bad, you know what? It's really that bad. You know what I mean?
It's really that bad.
You know, it's really that bad.
It's really that bad. Hey, well, we about to get busy on this show, y'all. We talking about Malcolm X today and other Black history figures. DeJuan Brown is late, and he's calling me right now, dude. He must be outside.
Open the gate. Take them chains off the gate.
You mind hitting the click for him? All right, sweet. It's right there.
Take them
Thank
chains
you.
off the gate.
Yeah, DeJuan is bringing the, what they call that shit? The Black Star liner? What is it? Y'all niggas don't know y'all history.
I'm
I don't
always
even
late.
Right. Hey, Mike, I like this setup, man. It's nice in here, man.
It's
Wood
beautiful,
grain, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Grain,
man.
drapes and shit. Niggas
Right.
got drapes, blue drapes.
We got
What up?
we got a pretty engineer, you know what I mean?
Fine. You gotta say fine.
Man.
This nigga
I don't
talking
know
like
her- I
you
don't-
built the motherfucker.
Yeah. Like I carved it with
Damn, the wood.
one piece of wood and shit.
What made you think blue?
I know, man. Well, you know, there's a story with that. So anyways, we talking about Black history. I was gonna do the introduction right now. I might as well wait for DeJuan to come in here. Everybody know DeJuan.
Man, that nigga slow as...
You know what, man? I've never met him.
Oh, you never met the one?
No, man.
You
We
about to meet him?
on Facebook and
Thank you,
stuff.
POTUS.
I be seeing him
You're
do
about
his thing.
you're about to
and,
meet him right now.
Yeah.
I think.
Because, you know, social media is it's kind of like a like a precursor to who you are, and people really take it a little bit too serious. You know what I mean? You be
Social media is a trip. We was talking about that because it's a weird thing when you friends with somebody in social media, but you don't really know them,
Right.
and then you see them,
Right.
and you know all they shit already.
Right. Already.
Like, so how's your mom's operation, dude?
right. Already.
Like, you know moms? No,
I feel like I do.
I saw your update.
Yeah, I saw
liked
your
it.
update.
Man.
Yeah, I liked it.
I had a friend, one nigga, honestly, somebody that I was really close with. I saw him the other day. We get into it, like, heated. And then he said, you know why I'm really mad at you? Because you never liked none of my posts.
Man, see what I'm saying? Melrose. I mean, like,
I swear to God, I was
man?
dumbfounded. Like, I'm like, nigga, you don't even be on my timeline.
Right, I mean, nigga,
Yeah,
no,
nigga.
like, I got like
Do you know I got 4,000 friends?
I said, nigga, you be posting? I ain't even,
Nigga got 6 pictures and you ain't like
you
none
was
of
a
them.
ghost.
What's up,
User,
Dewan?
nigga. Dewan.
Oh, scoot on over, man. Scoot on over.
Yeah, I gotta get up in the camera.
Yo.
Check his
All right,
name.
we got
No
Dewan in the house. Give it up for Dewan Brown. I ain't do the introductions yet, so let's just do it
let's
now.
just do
We
it.
right on time and we jumping right on in, baby. Mike Robertson Blvd. Thanks for joining. We on fucking, I don't even know what episode this is. 14, 13, 15.
It's been 14 weeks. It hasn't been that long.
It's the
been a
first one of
minute,
March.
man.
First episode of March. So you
Well, but it's February 28th. It's still Black History Month, and it's your last day to learn all you can about Black history, man. It's your last day. Tomorrow, motherfucker, go back to the general market shit. All right, to the right of me,
history.
I got Mr. Melrose, who is what?
The most interesting comic in the whole world.
Melrose.
What's happening?
That's a hell of a fucking slogan, dude.
Someone gave it to me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I said, I like that one. I'm keeping that.
Did they think he was interesting?
He did. He obviously. Matter of fact, he thought I was the most interesting.
Damn. Was he drinking a Dos Equis?
We both were. That's how it all
Is that
played
how it
in.
started?
That's how it all played in. Like,
Nigga had Dos Equis.
yeah.
All right, next to me, I got my man, Mr. Elijah Howard, another comedian, actor, writer, and all that good stuff. In the place to be. I like how you got the shades on today.
Man, I'm, Huey P. Newton, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The revolution will be televised.
It's
Rick James, bitch.
yeah. As in right now, motherfucker. Full television. Exactly.
Fuck that fire stick. Turn on live.
Turn on live. All right, and then we got Dewan Brown in the place to be. Just rolled up. What's up with you, man? You did some fucking crazy shit. You was on the 105 just 10 minutes ago, nigga. How you-
that drive fast in the motherfucker.
Man.
Like, all the lanes were shut down. You know, like when the police be doing a little whoom wham when they shut all the whole little freeway down.
Oh, they do that bullshit. I hate
I'm
that
just
shit.
had to sit in that motherfucker. I hope somebody wouldn't try. Don't you hear? I got caught on the freeway about a month ago. Somebody trying to kill themselves.
What?
On the one-on-one?
Yeah. I'm like, man, shit, you might as well do it now. Not missing me. Shit.
Yeah,
Make
motherfucker.
it worth it. I don't give a fuck about you.
What was he
No
doing?
more.
What do you mean? Like he had a
It was
gun
like
on
on
himself?
the bridge.
On the bridge.
Oh, on the bridge.
Yeah, like, man, just
Was he
jump.
black?
I don't know who it was, man, but I
You
felt,
know this Black History Month, man. It's more important shit to do.
but I felt like Mr. Clark from Lean on Me. Go ahead, jump, Sam.
Right.
Shit.
You want to kill yourself? Kill yourself.
You don't want to die. If you did, you would just do it. You're just dying slower.
Hey, but suicide is a very important topic. Let's not make light of it.
Nah, for real,
If you
though.
need help, call somebody.
Yeah, call somebody. But
And look, and that's your last option. That ain't the option, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Right.
Because
if
whatever.
your option is jumping off a bridge, I'm gonna say go ahead and do it. So just go ahead and seek help before it get there. God damn it. Shit.
Look, man.
That's a good point.
Just wear your school clothes when you do it.
Right.
These niggas crazy.
Nah, man, it ain't funny though. The thing is, whatever problem you got, if you about to do that, man, that shit's gonna fucking go away, man. You know what I mean? So just wait it out. All right, y'all. So Black History Month. We ain't do no Black History shit this whole month. So tonight is the night, man. All right. So
That's so not to cut in, but that's so like cliche.
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It
That's
is.
why we didn't do no Black
That's why we
History
didn't do
shit,
that shit, right?
because we living it right now. Then you don't, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
this is
Living
black
history, man.
present Black History. I don't know, man. We ain't on. I fucking hate Black History Month, really, dude, because it's some fake ass bullshit, dumb shit for a nigga to squeeze all your facts into fucking 30 days and shit.
Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Man, stop playing, white folks. The only reason y'all like Martin Luther King just because you think you gonna spit on me and slap me and I ain't gonna do nothing back. Bitch, if you hit me, we got a problem.
Hey, are you one of those Martin guys?
We got a problem.
So you're not going to march?
Yeah. You choose to slap back.
You're doing this all wrong. I'm the white man.
Right.
You better bow down, boy.
I mean, I don't like to go on what I heard, but I heard Martin Luther King really was that dude to be like, look, man, like behind that was just a facade to get the movement going because it was bigger than him.
Really,
I heard
it wasn't. You're right. He was like that, but it wasn't a facade. It was an agreement amongst the ministers and people who came together. Martin was just the figurehead of a larger organization that decided, as an organization, we're gonna be non-peaceful.
Sure.
And he was like,
Martin looked like he'll whoop
go
your
ahead
ass.
and do
no,
it.
man, he one of them dudes.
Yeah,
like,
he looked like he'll whoop your ass. Like he could
If
throw
he
some
wanted to,
hands.
So you mean to tell me after the speeches, Martin would go to the back like, me, I should slap the shit off that nigga, man.
No, seriously.
Oh, man, these niggas got Martin Luther fucked up out here, man.
Hey, I don't want to spit
Pass
something
that
on this
hen
man.
rock.
He had a lot of mistresses. You know what I mean? Like Martin Luther King, man. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Ooh.
Man, why you
man.
snitching?
Hey,
This
go-
nigga
hey.
dry snitching.
Man, everybody knows that's the protocol.
that's snitching.
That's the
Hey,
protocol.
Hey, Jesse, go get little mama. Bring her back here.
Precisely.
I think with Martin, the beauty. Like,
Hey, Jesse, there's some bad ones out there, bro.
hey, go Reverend Lyles. Go ahead and get that one, Reverend Lyles.
Right.
Look, give her a wristband. Give her a wristband.
I
Bring
think
her
like
back.
with Martin, the beauty in Martin is his evolution. You know what I mean? The problem when they talk about Martin on Black History Month, they keep him stuck in 1963.
Right. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
by 1967, he was basically like, man, I was on some bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
This civil rights thing wasn't working right.
Sure.
Exactly.
And then
Sure.
that's
Real
when
Martin started coming
That's
out.
when he started coming out, and
when
that's
they killed
when,
that
that's when
nigga.
it was like, all right, Reverend Lyles, Jesse Jackson, do y'all thing.
Man.
Get out the way so we can
Whatever
get
we
that
gonna
shot.
do.
You know, because like it came out in September that the government, they took responsibility for his murder back in '98.
Right.
But it came out this past September by Reverend Lyles, Jesse Jackson, and other people been involved in the whole
That
moment
what?
of
That what? What you mean?
being involved in the murder.
In the conspiracy, they were a part of it.
It's funny, man. Have you guys ever looked at those fucking FBI files and shit?
And
That shit is a trip,
Yes.
man. Oh,
I have
if
not.
you look
Jesse's in them.
up Jesse, Malcolm, Martin, all them motherfuckers is in them. And if you look how they be trying to like redact shit, so you don't know who did what. They tell the whole story. You just don't know who. You don't know the who, dude.
Hey, going into Malcolm, what you said, like, one thing about Malcolm's a G. Like, if y'all ever saw Hidden Colors 4, I don't know if y'all saw that.
Oh yeah,
Not
I
as
see
a
all
kid.
of
Came
them.
up but you can look it up on YouTube. Malcolm, it's like a secret FBI recording him, trying to basically give him money to sell his people out.
exactly.
And he was like, ain't no amount of money you can give me to sell my people out, basically.
Right.
And he was like, look, and he was like, you apparently didn't do your research.
This is the wrong
you would have
nigga.
known right up front I wasn't going to tell you none of it. And the dude kept saying like, yo, man, can you just give us some names? We just want to know all the members. He's like, I don't know the members. I'm a minister, man. That's all I do.
Sure.
You know, the meeting was a lot different with Jesse Jackson. He was like, shit.
Man. You gotta, man. Everybody,
Members?
Jesse
You wanna
said,
know our
shit,
members?
give me
Right.
So you what? Y'all killing him? Damn,
Right.
damn, man. That's,
I mean, because just look at it like this, though. When they go on the road, they always go to a nice house where everybody's cooking sweet potato pies, very hospitable. All of a sudden, they're in a fucking hotel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you knew that. When they went on the road, Martin Luther King always had, people always say it was like a Airbnb, but it was before internet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, they're in a fucking, he said, man, why the hell are we in a hotel?
On a balcony and shit.
Yeah, the Rain Motel was like, that wasn't. I was like, that wasn't the place you wanted to be. But that's where they had them. But like, also in the FBI reports, it talks about a bush bit that was there before that got taken out at the moment of the murder and got reimplanted within 3 hours of his shooting.
Bush bitch.
Because he can't. Bush bitch.
yeah, I was like, damn.
That's not what he
No,
said.
The
there
bitch
was
was
a
in the
bush.
bushes?
Wait, but what did you say? I
The
missed
shot came from down low. And there was a bush by the Lorraine
Oh, a
Motel
bush.
that was replanted. Like 3 hours, like within hours of the murder, like
Really?
they had to replant it. Like it was just like it's all kind of stuff.
But look,
they
it's
did.
almost like they was like, no, Martin, scoot over just a little bit more.
No,
a little bit
seriously,
more.
man.
No, no. If you pull it up on YouTube, the dude's name is Reverend Lyles.
I
There's
have
a
some of
YouTube
that.
clip of him.
I've seen some. I think it was Dick Gregory exposing him in a statement that he made.
Yeah.
and he was like, I forget what he said.
He said, I moved to the left so they can get a clear shot.
Right. Exactly.
Man.
Then the shot rang out. And that's how it like slipped.
Man,
Can you believe that? Your own fucking friend?
Trickery, man.
After so many times of telling the story, it just slipped out.
Look, but people don't want to shine. Want somebody else to shine, man. People got that in their heart, dude.
Man,
they could be your
colonization.
friend for life. And if you shining and you on all the TVs and everybody interviewing you, and you the motherfucker coming, these niggas is mad. They ain't the ones getting locked up and shit. Martin been locked up the most and shit. Well, you ain't locking me up and shit.
Right.
Motherfuckers, man, they infiltration, man.
But to play little devil's advocate on the Jesse Jackson and Reverend Lyle's end, the FBI is ruthless. They can say, look, we know where your sister lives, where your daughter lives, and you going to do this.
Oh, yes.
Or something else going to happen.
Right. Choose which one you want to, that you can do without living.
You know what I mean? Like, if they going to get you, they going to get you.
That's right.
If this cat don't going to say no, the next cat going to say yeah.
But you know who was unbuyable? Motherfucking Malcolm X.
Malcolm was unbuyable.
You was not going to buy that motherfucker, and he stood by his shit,
But
man.
tried it.
And look, here's what I want to point out too, right? Because Malcolm, man, he has a bad rap.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bad rap, and he's got a bad reputation that was unearned by himself.
Sure.
And the thing is, Malcolm, like back then, they had to choose. There was a king and there was a Malcolm. There was a good, there was a bad, right?
Right.
They had to choose. If it wasn't Malcolm in place, there was no choice to be made. Sure. They didn't have to choose nothing. And they would have let this motherfucker march all he wanted, and it wasn't going to mean nothing. You wasn't going to get nothing. They had to choose Malcolm and give him what he wanted. I mean, Martin, give him what he wanted because they didn't want to give Malcolm what he wanted.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what it like. It was like either you choose the nice dude or you choose by any means necessary dude.
Exactly.
And they wasn't trying to hear any means necessary.
That's right.
And what that is, man, when you say any means necessary, they're taking it out of context.
That's right.
And that's a white supremacy's trick. Everything is taken out of context. They would ask Angela Davis, will you support violence? They asked Malcolm X, do you support violence? But they never had the Grand Dragon on there and ask him, does he support violence? Because you don't have to fucking ask him. He's doing it. He's lynching. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like people forget when you're an adult and you take things out of context, you are demonic. You be like, man, what are we talking about here? You get what I'm saying? You can't go in the fish market trying to buy ribs, man. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. At the end of the day,
I can't even get mad at them, man. I'm not gonna pump up some dude that's calling me out and calling my sister. Why am I gonna pump dude that's pulling my cards? I'm gonna tell you crazy for listening. You know how it is when you getting clowned.
Right.
Somebody, you know you got the jokes, but today ain't your day.
Right.
So you gotta take that credibility away. Like, I can't get this motherfucker today, nigga. But your mama.
Right. on a petty level.
On a petty level. So they not gonna give it up to him, man. That's why we got to give it up to him.
Sure.
Hey, well, look, I was looking at the files, right? I was looking at the Malcolm files and the FBI files on Malcolm, right? The redacted fucking versions. But what was a trip to me is how the reports kept coming back like it was fucking like, we don't know what to do, man. He ain't doing nothing. All this motherfucker is good. All he does is fucking pray and read his books and help people and shit. That's all he does, man. They just kept coming back with it, dude. Like, we don't know what to do. What would you have us do?
Send Alex Haley on him and disguise him as a writer. That's what we're going to do.
Right. I just heard about that, man.
Yeah, Alex Haley was, that motherfucker was an informant.
That's
disguised as an author.
Alex Haley?
I just found that out yesterday. Yes, sir.
Yes, he was an informant disguised as a writer, and his job was to follow Malcolm around when he went to Africa and when he went to Saudi Arabia, and he followed him around.
The author of Kunta?
Then they start finding out.
Yeah, he didn't write that.
And then Kunta Kinte is a fictitious.
That's a fictitious person based off a book called The African, written in 1968.
Wow, man, through the knowledge.
Just go look up a book called The African, and that's the Kunta characters taken from that. Man. And also, like PBS, don't have a little genealogy trace.
Yeah.
They tried to like trace back Kunta Kinte. They were like, this nigga didn't exist.
They ended up with a nigga in Cleveland and shit. Like,
who the fuck are we?
This is Johnny Smith.
Sometimes I think as black people, we don't really understand who we are.
Sure.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
not.
Everything that you think was a fact, come like, damn, Shaka Zulu wasn't even Shaka? Like, damn.
Damn, niggas fabricated Shaka?
Right.
Fucking Kunta wasn't Kunta?
Right.
I know,
Alex Haley was a fucking spy?
Yeah, but that's how it is. I don't want to step on nobody. But
Did Alex Haley not?
Did
he not write Roots?
No, he didn't write Roots. It was a 1986 New York court case proving that he didn't write rules.
Plagiarism.
Sue for plagiarism.
Alex.
I don't do conspiracy. I do court documents. You know what I mean?
Alex.
Yeah. He ain't got to pay a settlement
Right.
because he's plagiarized that book from a book called The African.
Wow.
Alex, call right now, Alex. We want to talk to you. 323-293-3375.
Got to call in, man. What you doing, man? Why you fronting?
You have an all-time best-selling book,
Yeah.
but you're struggling and you're in credit card debt. Those two don't add up.
Absolutely,
Book
right.
royalties are like, they ain't music royalties.
Sure.
Book royalties is royalties.
That's right.
And them motherfuckers keep on selling.
New movie
They keep
on
on
that
selling.
shit. It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
easy.
Keep selling. And he died broke.
Well, look.
That tell you something.
Welcome to America, brother.
Okay,
That's
so
how
what
they do.
about, because he got the credit for whatever writing or ghostwriting Malcolm X's autobiography, right? What's up with that?
He was an informant. That what they say, I don't know. Now this is the part I don't know for sure, but what they say is the lead editor of Playboy, the person who was really writing that stuff. He's the one that wrote that book, that wrote the autobiography of Malcolm X. He was
But they
basically
needed a face on
Alex Haley was Drake. You know, he had ghostwriters.
Right, already. Right.
Okay.
If y'all want to break that down in the hip hop,
That
terms,
nigga was
he
Drake.
He was
Talking about he started from the bottom. You like
Yeah,
Versace.
started from second base. He was white.
Right, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm
Started from
saying,
the bottom, now
dog?
we-
Hold up, I like Drake. I
And then
don't know. We got an argument here. Like, fuck what he did right.
Well,
Shit. He
let's argue
performed
that.
it well, though.
He do.
He performed it well. Like, if
hey.
you gonna take it on that level, shit. Alex Haley, you back in the race, my nigga. You did your shit. You fooled me.
Hey, Mr. Malcolm. Hey, man.
Right.
Hey, but look, the other thing I wanted to get across to people who don't know Malcolm X, man, is just how fucking brilliant of a person he was, man. And he's a guy who died at 39 years old.
Wow.
Dude. When you think about like everybody's age in the room, I don't know everybody's age, but 39 years old to think that you are gonna accomplish all of these things by that age is crazy, dude.
Sure.
And then give the the idea that he's like self-taught. He didn't know how to read. He didn't know how to write.
Right.
None of these things.
Interesting.
His house was burned down as a kid
Right.
by the Ku Klux Klan.
Right.
They
Dad
killed
murdered.
his dad.
Killed his daddy.
Called his mom insane put her
Put her
just
in
so
the
they didn't
same
pay her out,
asylum.
she was fine.
Yeah. Oh, she was fine. Lynette McKee. I remember. But look, for real though, man, you know what I mean? To do all that, you know, he turned into a life of crime and then got himself right and total did a 360, man, and just showed his brilliance to the world, man, and they didn't want it, man.
Absolutely.
Let's get into the movie a little bit because if y'all look,
We talking about Spike version?
the Spike version.
Okay.
Because it's still one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, that's his best movie.
Don't tell me Spike didn't write that
No,
shit.
that was
Yeah.
no, Spike did. Like,
Okay. All right, cool.
There
All
was just
right,
like one little twist in the movie that it kind of that I remember Dr. Ben Yosef Yakin. He's a researcher.
that creative. Yeah,
He said that at the end, he said, and Dr. Dick Gregory said the same thing. So did Dr. Henry Clark. All the people who knew Malcolm at the time of his death, the movie gave a sentiment that he forgave America for what they did.
Right.
And that is so not goddamn true.
Right.
You know, when he died, he was about to go to the UN on that Crimes Against Humanity case.
Sure.
And he never at one point he said, I understand what America's doing, but I don't forgive you. As a matter of fact, I'm about to sue your ass in international court.
Right.
You know, but the movie gave a sentiment as if, you know, we're all going to join hands. Malcolm wasn't thinking about that.
Well,
Right.
Well, if you think about it, right, he
He rerouted his premise. No, not his premise. He rerouted his energy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
He rewrote it to more of a legal standpoint. Like, look, this is a human thing.
Yeah, it's a human, exactly.
Yeah.
And so he got the nations in Africa, like 23 nations, right, to come on board. And basically, to me, even though after his death, if you think about it, the freeing of Africa, the removal of colonialism in Africa really kind of started by his effort to bring everybody together, just to give them the audacity to think they could be free.
Let's give credit right here to Marcus Garvey, because Malcolm was only continuing what Marcus started.
True that.
Because, you know, Marcus was the only person that was ever elected like the international representative of Africa, and he was from Jamaica.
Okay.
That's how bad of a boy Marcus Garvey was. You know what I mean? So, and Malcolm, by it through his own philosophy, he tells you he's a Garveyite. So he's an extension of what. Malcolm did his thing, but I want to give credit to a man we all as black people need to know about, and that's Marcus Garvey.
Sure.
Because Nation of Islam, all this shit was born out of Garvey.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Everything is
really?
Garveyite philosophy.
Right.
Whether you're talking about the Moorish Science Temple, or whether you're talking about the Nation of Islam and Elijah Muhammad, they're all children of Garvey.
Okay.
You know, and as a matter of fact, one of Elijah Muhammad's problems was he was too dark to be a Garvey. I mean, he was too light to be a Garveyite.
Okay.
Right. Chocolate.
You look a little
black
suspect.
as an iPhone.
Nigga didn't
nigga,
pass
you know what I mean?
the brown paper bag
he
test.
was too light.
He was on
too
the other
light-skinned.
side of it. Yeah.
Brown paper bag.
Well, no government.
Paper bag.
Yeah, so but Malcolm was on that. You know what I mean? They were like, no. We can't be having no Africans and black people in America unite.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesse Jackson, where you at?
And don't you think that's kind of funny, man? Like, I've never gone to Africa, but you know what? I used to be married to a white woman, and their whole family.
Damn.
Yeah, I did.
He threw that out there like that.
like we just gonna creep past that on Black History Month. All right, we're gonna leave it alone.
However,
my brothers.
right. However, it's kind of funny how they make us disconnect with the continent of Africa. You know, number one, Africa's not a country; it's a continent. But all these white people are always in Nairobi, they're always in Lagos, and they're always in Cape Town. You know what I mean? And they're actually making fucking laws over there. You get what I'm saying, dog? You be like, it's like, man, like for me, like I don't have a problem with white people. I have a problem with white supremacy, and people get it. So now, you know, like we're throwing it, but then nobody's catching. You know what I mean? So we got a big problem with that, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, you know, we got to get back to our roots, and we got to start treating each other a lot better in that realm, you know, and getting information out there. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
And like to go on top of what Malcolm did, Farrakhan was another. We got to give him a little credit too, because he extended what Malcolm was doing as far as relationships with Africa.
Sure.
And he had it set up with Libya. You know what I mean?
Muammar Gaddafi, that was a big deal.
And he's the
Big
only
deal.
one that's really speaking on it to this
Yeah,
day.
because this dude in the mid-90s, Louis Farrakhan had a deal with Muammar Gaddafi.
Yes, sir.
To send $5 billion to the United States through the Nation of Islam to fund black business development.
Absolutely.
What Farrakhan said was the United States won't accept that, so lower the amount. Gaddafi lowered the amount to $1 billion, and then Bill Clinton still said, no.
Listen, liberal people.
Liberals, Clinton,
No outside
he did. That's
because blacks were because the United States banks ain't funding us. They know they on record.
Yeah, they like, nigga,
I
we
used
got
to work
this.
at Washington.
They like,
Mutual.
we got this, man.
We didn't do new business development with black folks, and
Wait.
I was a black business development manager, and I had 0 black accounts in Inglewood.
Hey, man, hey, hold that thought right quick.
ahead.
We're going to take a quick break, play some
Damn.
music, and we coming right back, all right?
Damn,
Yo.
G, the spot's getting hot.
Oh, I know we need some.
It started in slave ships.
Trust it. Can't trust it. Can't trust it.
That's this era right here.
Can't trust it. Can't trust it.
Why niggas stop doing this?
I don't know, man. They don't want to get the spot hot, dude. Hey, man, I had to fucking throw that shit on because like when Public Enemy came out, bro, for me personally, that's where I learned all my shit. That's where I got introduced to the idea that I should go and read about some shit that I didn't know about. And I'm talking about Black Panthers. I'm talking about, and that includes Huey Newton, Bobby Seale, Eldridge Cleaver.
Right.
I'm talking about
Good brothers, man.
Back
Good
when
brothers,
hip hop
man.
was pure, man.
Right.
Sure, man.
Before they infiltrated that shit, where they just like, oh, this nigga music ain't gonna last long. Let them have at it.
That shit is on purpose, man.
Then they saw MC Hammer make all that money. They were like, God damn it,
Right,
we can
right.
do something with it.
Absolutely, man. And the thing about this, though, I've never met MC Hammer. He follows me on Twitter, but MC Hammer is actually a part of the movement that they didn't really know about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he a real dude.
I'm telling you, man. He's from Oakland, man. He always represents, man. But the thing about it is, he got his life back together because he understood the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew that his family and, like, his faith was going to carry him to do what he needed to do. You know what I mean? So, you know, big shout outs to MC Hammer, you know.
Shout out Hammer.
And the pants.
Hammer,
I hated
and his pants.
I hated that niggas start dissing Hammer.
Right.
That was like so weak. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like this dude is nothing about what you guys are talking about. He's clearly in his own lane. Like, why would you jump on his street and start talking about how he driving? Like, nigga, get off my street.
Right.
I'm not on your street.
He
Right.
was jealous he brought that commercial.
Jealous.
It was jealous
Yeah.
he brought that
Man.
spotlight to hip
That
hop.
nigga had
But we
cartoon.
needed that. We needed that, though,
They
man.
had a cartoon on lunch pails and shit.
He opened it up. He said, "You know what, Mom? I want MC Hammer for Christmas." Okay, but then all of a sudden you like, well, NWA right there too. I'm gonna steal that tape. Then they was like, oh, MC Hammer and NWA are two different people or two different entities. But MC Hammer opened up that door for everybody to start. You know,
He made Jay-Z possible. Is what he
Sure,
did.
absolutely.
He made
I
that
think he
possible.
absolutely showed everybody that there were so many different outlets once you get to a superstar. This thing had dolls. There was the MC
That
Hammer
nigga
dog.
did have dogs.
There was the MC Hammer like cereal.
Cereal?
This nigga, you know what I mean?
It's all good.
Yeah. If he didn't have that pray every day, that nigga would have been the first nigga with a vodka. I'm telling you.
If that nigga didn't have them
Holyfield was
Speedos
in the
on,
video.
dude, he went too far.
Oh,
with
that
the
Pumps in the
Speedos,
Bumps
dude.
videos when it went
Pumps in
too
the
far.
Bumps, dude. He went
That's
too
when he knew it was over, when he had a ponytail and the Speedo.
and the
Right.
Speedos.
That's when the run was done.
And
Like,
touching other men. You like, man, don't put your
that's
arm
when the
around
run
me
was
like
over.
Hammer.
But he's
Hammer,
back
right.
now and he's touring and it's good.
He is touring very well.
Yeah, from
Very
the
well.
Oak.
I would love to open up for him. That would be great.
Hey, look.
I
actually,
could pay rent.
You'd love to open up
Things
for
like
him,
rent.
huh?
Like rent.
The hottest shit was, hey, Hammer, they say you ain't hitting in New York. What you gonna do about that, Hammer?
Man. No, you can't tell me when Turn This Mother Out came on, you just started moving. I can't even dance. But I will get out there and cut a rug to death
Yes.
with that.
Hey, speaking of Oakland, we can't speak of Oakland in Black History Month without talking about the Black Panther Party.
Panthers.
Another group that got misrepresented.
Yes.
Look, dude, okay, the Black Panther Party is about this, man. Police the community, protect ourselves, don't let nobody come around here tripping. We do education to the kids. We do meal programs
Free
to the
breakfast.
kids after school. We do free breakfast.
Right.
We talk about self-empowerment. I mean, dude, there's a 10-point program, bro. And none of that shit says fight. None of it says shoot. None of it has any violence in it whatsoever, man.
Absolutely.
And look, they were using their fucking rights, man, carrying guns in the community. Yeah, we policing our community. And when they did that shit, man, they changed the whole rules to the game in California, basically.
Reagan.
Basically.
Man.
That thing was, California was a wild, wild west. You can carry your gun in a liquor store out here if you want to.
Yeah.
Until the Panthers came out, then
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan was like, "We need gun laws."
Right.
Yeah.
He said we need. He said we need gun.
Gun laws in the United States are synonymous with black progression.
Sure.
Because the only time that gun laws have ever been created,
Everything is.
has been when black people started to mobilize and
Right.
use the weapon.
Sure,
That's
right.
when the gun laws are enacted.
And what we never talk about is why. Like, why did the Black Panthers start? Why did they start using guns? When you talk about, say, for instance, reverse racism, let me give you a science experiment. If something is going in reverse, it had to be going forward first.
Ah.
So like, why would I have to explain that to you? You get what I'm saying?
Because like one of the key components of racism is to people who practice that racism is to deny it. Because it once it's acknowledged, then it can be dealt with. But
Sure.
as long as it's in that denial stage,
Sure.
we can never deal with the issue. And people get caught arguing, denying it. That's why we as black people shouldn't even get in that argument.
Sure.
They're going to deny it. That's what they do.
That's right.
So, you know what I mean? And, you know, it just is what it is.
Right.
Look, I heard this analogy because I was watching, you know, in preparing for this show, I was watching a bunch of Malcolm footage, right? And a dude, it was this black guy. I don't even know his name, man. And he was on one of the
black
white
guy.
Yeah, he was black guy.
Are you sure he wasn't a nigger?
He was one of those.
This shit's
He
informative.
was
Might
a
continue.
do-gooder Negro.
There were two black guys and a white guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what it
Chinese
was.
woman.
Yes, there was.
No.
No, that's how it was. It was on a talk show. There was a white host, which is insignificant to this story. But the black dude was like, "Look, man, Malcolm, isn't it better now, man? Everything is better now. You can at least admit to that, right?" He dropped this game. He said, to admit that it's better is like saying if you stab me in the back with a 9-inch blade and then you pull it out 6 inches,
Right.
that I should say that it's better now
Yeah, Malcolm.
that it's 6 inches pulled out. Instead of saying, wait, you got to pull that motherfucker all the way out.
Right.
And then allow the wound to heal before I'll say it's better. And what you want to act like is that there isn't even a knife there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right.
Woo.
It's demonic and sick, man, and it's even worse now. You know what I mean? Like Jim Crow never went anywhere. That bitch just hid in the bushes.
It's Jim Crow 2.0.
Right.
Like, the thing is, like,
Jim Crow is a raven now and
you-
shit.
you know
Jim
me.
Raven.
you know me, I
A raven is a bird, y'all. I don't know if y'all.
Yeah,
got the
Melrose
joke.
don't know birds.
I don't.
Melrose don't know animals.
That's not a new liquor. That's not a new liquor.
I just know a Chi-Chi bird.
Yeah, they don't talk about that at Jefferson.
I'm from the
Like
east
me.
side. We just had Chi-Chi bird.
when I talk racism, I like to also talk solutions to it too. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Sure,
there are ways
absolutely.
that we can remedy these situations.
There's
But
a
out of that,
solution to
There's
racism.
plenty of them. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Because like thing is, we as black folks, we have so many like people out there who like really research this for decades, and we don't listen to them, but we listen to Ray Lewis and Stephen A. Smith.
Sure, right.
We got Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, who moved to Germany in 1957 as a 21-year-old black woman to study racism at its root. And studied it for a life for 50 years and wrote a book called The ISIS Papers.
Right.
Oh, I know
and
the
it
ISIS
really
Papers.
helps us.
Right.
Because what she's doing is she's getting into the mind of what kind of person, who does this?
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the psychology behind it?
Sure.
Which is what?
You know, according to the Crest theory is white genetic survival.
Sure.
They do because they're genetically recessive. If they have some sex with someone else, that person.
Oh, so it's fear of elimination?
It's fear of genetic annihilation. And this is over 40 years of studying. You know what I mean? So she has work that we all at least need to look at. You know what I mean? We got Dr. Joy DeGruy, who's still alive, right here from L.A., you know what I mean, who studies post-traumatic slave syndrome and the psychology of black people and why we allow ourselves to be in a subservient position, even though scientifically and every study that's ever been done shows that we're the smartest people on earth. That's
right. I think what's so incredible about racism is that we as black people have now adopted the philosophy and we play it out on each other. Like black people don't like black people.
You mean like colonization? Being colonized.
Our minds, Dr. John Henry Clark talks about that, how with this racism, what it did is it colonized our mind.
Sure.
And what we do is we see ourselves the way the oppressor sees us. Because that's who we listen to. Who are we talking about right now?
Right.
Right now, everything we mentioning is how they view what we do.
Yeah.
Very rarely do we as a people say, how do we view what we do?
That's right.
We always attach what we think about ourselves and how we see ourselves to how others, the people who put us in this situation, see us.
Right.
Hey, well, look, there's this dude named
Burrell.
I can't think of his first name. Last name Burrell.
Another black dude.
He was. This is a black dude.
name.
And he was in charge. He's the owner of the largest black marketing firm in this country. So he back in the 70s, he got like Ford, a gang of fucking
And niggas been putting Ford on since day one.
Yeah,
George
it was Ford, but
Washington
it was like a lot of the top corporations in the country that wanted to have a black initiative use this guy, right? So he said the greatest promotional marketing campaign ever on the planet Earth was the campaign to convince everybody that there was black inferiority.
Yes, because that took a lot of work.
It was by design. Exactly. It took a lot of work, and it took hundreds of years.
Sure.
And what he said is this, right? He said that there was a time where white people killed black people at a high rate. And then there was a time where black people and white people killed black people at the same rate.
Okay.
And then there was a time, and we're living in it, and it's ever growing, where black people kill black people way more than white people kill black people.
Nasty.
So it's starting to work.
It has worked.
That Novocaine.
No, it is working because we got to understand that we as black people,
It's been masterful.
We are
masterful levels, dude.
Masterful.
This took hundreds
Starting
of
with the
years.
white Jesus. So what he says is
The white man,
Jesus,
I will make you kill yourself in 200 years. Boy.
that's the symbol.
Hold up, but Melrose, that's the thing. Black people are godly by our nature, and we're demonic by our circumstances. We wouldn't even want to do that. We would never switch to turntables. Never. It wouldn't even occur to me to beat you, rape you, and make you do religious stuff and then say I'm sorry. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm white, and that's what we do.
And Mr. Brown, I'm sick. No, I'm sick.
I'm
sick. We sick, sir? We sick?
The slave mind. We sick.
Think about it. The mind is poison, and like a lot of black people like do. We like to go back to Willie Lynch, but we got to go back further because it's not Willie Lynch. It's the manumission laws. These were laws in the Virginia, Maryland colonies that stated if one black person is doing something that's going to free himself, you snitch and you get freedom.
Interesting.
So if I'm a slave and George Washington signed that I'm a slave for life, my children are slaves, if I got a chance to be free and I set my children for free for telling on this nigga, what am I probably going to do?
Sure.
You know what I mean? You can get your freedom through taking your ideas and making it something useful for a white person. That's why Eli Whitney got the cotton gin and all these things, because when black people, as we invented things, they ain't invented shit.
Right. Ain't nobody else going to invent the cotton gin, goddamn it, except for the motherfuckers whose hands is fucked up.
This is conditioned, and then when we fast forward to where we are right now, when we live in an urban environment where we don't grow our own food, where we don't educate ourselves,
Sure.
Right.
where we're educated by the people who captured us and contain us.
Speaking gibberish.
What we do is we develop a negative self-identity, and then what you do is how social engineering works is there's a needs pyramid. Everyone knows about the Mesereau. Is it Mesereau? Well, anyway, look up the needs pyramid, and what the needs pyramid shows.
Mezzanine. Nigga.
You need on the bottom of every human needs food, safety, shelter, clothing.
Exactly. Right.
And when you do things in an economy to take those things from people, they're going to kill, steal, destroy, whatever they have to do to get those.
Yeah,
things.
Naturally.
The
Very
core.
natural.
And
those
I don't
core
care
items.
who you put on the bottom. That's why in the early 1900s, Italians and Jews were killing each other at a higher rate than we kill each other now.
Irish people, yeah, man.
Hey,
yeah,
look,
man.
Germans.
Hey, look, and let's do this too. Let's talk about this too, because we can't. There's the documentary, the 13, right?
13. Right.
That shit is so important because everybody ain't looking and everybody ain't listening, right? And I gotta say this right now on this show. Look, slavery has been abolished, except, okay? Y'all gotta listen to me, except for the convicted felon. It's in writing. It's in the Constitution. It's the 13th Amendment, man. Right. It says it there. If you are a convicted felon, you are a slave, bro. It says it in writing. They could do whatever they want. So we got to stop talking about dude is a convict, dude is an ex-con, dude is locked down. We got to start calling it what it is. Dude is a slave now.
He was kidnapped. Because the thing is, black people, we in jail for like petty crimes and shit, not really murder and stuff like that. The only place in the country where like crime is disproportionate right now is Chicago. And Chicago's still down from where it was 20 years ago. Don't believe no bullshit.
Right.
Chicago murders are down over the last 20 years.
Sure.
But other than that, black crime right now is at an all-time low. But our incarceration is at an all-time high.
That's right.
So here's the thing. Here's a question I like to propose. When we speak of reinventing, why is it that we have seen the programs and the situations that have worked for us as a people, and the people that are in the know, why aren't they implementing these same situations in the community today?
Because they don't want to get passed up. If you know you faster than me, you don't give me some cleats. If I know you faster than me and I want to win this race.
I think it's something different. It's fear. Like if I know that implementing a free food program, my uncle's a professor, I can have the kids come up here, get tutored, all of these things implement. Now I think they're gonna kill me.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, because that breakfast program wasn't illegal. It wasn't a bad thing because people didn't have enough food at home, and they was feeding not only their bellies but their minds.
They still have the same program right now. Like I think it's called WIC. That was a.
That's an extension.
That's an extension of the Panthers. WIC.
Yeah.
Really, for the pregnant?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a huge. Yeah.
They took that shit over. Like we're gonna keep this.
And then
we can hustle this.
Right. That's a government thing. Right,
that's the thing. Like with our history, like a lot of it is we don't know because there's so much that we did do that we don't know that we did.
Right.
And it's right here it's right here in front of us. Like we look at the watch all day, but don't know that Benjamin Banneker was the one that perfected the watch.
That's right.
We see ourselves as slaves than Michael Jordan and Jay-Z.
That's right, man.
That's right. Hey, let's play one more song real quick. And we're gonna come right back, all right, y'all? I'm gonna get some of this action right here. Y'all ain't up on this. Ooh, the last poets do the knowledge. Y'all don't know about that.
Yes, sir.
Y'all niggas gonna make me go to Lamert Park and smell some of that Egyptian musk,
nigga.
Y'all niggas.
So the last poet is one of those guys who said that eventually men gonna start acting like women, right? Didn't they project that?
Yeah. Well, that's damn sure came.
Like saying, "Oh, you didn't like my post." You like
Dr. Wilson called that out in 1971. She said they're gonna be wearing dresses in a few years.
Man,
can you believe this?
You know what's a funny story, man? This dude that stayed next to me in the dorm told me that his pops had created rap music. And I was like, motherfucker, who is he? Curtis Blow? Motherfucker, who is he? DJ Hollywood? No, his pops was this dude in that group right there, the Last Poets.
Okay.
And he had the albums and shit, and niggas had never even heard of it. I'm like, man, who's this motherfucker? nigga, 2 weeks later, that shit is all sampled on Public Enemy all day, every day, and it was Dude's Pops. So I want to say what's up to my homie Ibn and his pops Iridan for
out Ibn.
being the real deal. And
Call in, Ibn. We want to talk to you.
Yeah, he ain't calling. God damn it. But DeJuan was making a good point on the break, which is
like people ask like why do white people do this? Like why do they see us this way? Why do they call it like why do they look at Malcolm as violent? Why do they look at Black Panthers as violent? As people, like it's a psychology term you all can look up called dynamic projection. And what dynamic projection is what's in me, I'm projecting onto you. What I would do in this given situation, we all do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a human thing. It's not no. It's just if I'm an evil person, if I've done evil, and if everything I've gotten in this land that I live in that I've stolen is evil, and down inside of me, I'm going to think that you're going to do the same thing to me.
Yeah.
So that's just like when you see we all got them
which
friends,
we have no desire to do.
Like we all got them friends that always talk about haters.
Right.
You work at Target. Don't nobody hate your punk ass.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't thinking about you.
Ain't got enough money.
Yeah.
To hate. But they put that hating tag on everybody run across. Oh, they just hating on me.
Yeah.
I went to school in the Valley, and I remember it was sixth grade was doing this. It was kind of like a fitness test. And I remember specifically the look this white boy gave us. It was a couple of black boys when we were doing the workouts. Like the white boys could only do like 4 pull-ups. They were struggling through 4, but the niggas got up there and was like monkeys on the bar.
Pop. Why
The
we gotta be
mile.
monkeys, nigga? Why we gotta be
I'm
monkeys?
talking about the swiftness of the. It was monkey-like.
Yeah, it was monkey-like.
Call it what it is. Call it what it is.
We ran faster. We hooped better. We were smarter in the class. We freaked the white girls at the I remember the look on his face like, if you ever came for an interview in my dad's company, you're not getting a job. Because you're going to do the same shit in the company. You're going to come in, you're going to outwork me, you're going to have little Jennifer at the motherfucking, you're going to be fucking in the photo room like.
You're gonna fuck my mom's, dude.
And I want like, to prove Melrose is right, I want everybody to just do their own experiment. Go to any corporation. The straight black dude gonna be the security guard, and the gay dude's gonna be the one that's up top. Ain't no alphas up top.
Security guard.
And if you are a straight man, in the corporate world, you gotta basically cut your nuts at the door and be like, okay, yes, what's up? Melrose is 100% right.
Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about how black people in America rank 9th in the world for spending power in the world. So if we were our own country, we would rank 9th in the world. We don't use that power.
No, we don't.
We don't use it smartly. We're not smart with Dr.
We don't
Claude
use
Anderson.
that power.
Niggas would rather take like. I was talking to a friend of mine. They were like, let's go to like a IHOP. But they want to go to the IHOP in Lawndale. I'm like, my nigga, we have an IHOP right here.
Right. Nigga said long.
I don't understand.
What we want to do is take our money from our community. We're trained to like, I'm not going to shop.
Away.
Yeah, I'm going to go out here and spend with them as opposed to spending to the man you see every day.
Sure.
You see that at all levels. You see like Beyonce be like, fuck the Image Awards, but where you at?
Right.
Yeah.
Where you at, Grammys?
It's almost like a religion for us to tease each other and, and belittle each other, man.
Really go and read Miseducation of the Negro, and it talks about that. Because it goes back to how we view ourselves, and we view ourselves through how they see us.
Right.
So we don't see ourselves as worth as
sure.
Because you ain't never heard a white person say, I ain't never spending money at a white-owned business again.
Right.
Never.
Absolutely.
But one black-owned business do something halfway wrong. It's all black businesses are wrong. And that right there is also projection. Because you see yourself as, in your own mind, you don't think you shit.
Right.
So you project that bullshit on the other black people.
For some simple shit like the waitress forgot my water and shit. Motherfucker, what?
Right.
I ain't coming back.
You forgot to straighten your edges out. Get over it.
Yeah.
Right.
Excuse me.
That's
my,
like that.
My girl ordered a water like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right.
And I seen you done walked it past it.
I seen you gave them they water.
Yeah. Hey, man, that shit is real, man.
But we definitely need to get our economics together, man, and just really start focusing on credit score economics and building and doing something
Niggas
positive.
sleep on the credit score.
I'm telling you,
great
man.
solution.
Niggas sleep on the credit score.
Man.
A great solution to this is a book by Dr. Claude Anderson called Black Labor, White Wealth. It was a best-selling book written in 1993 by Dr. Claude Anderson, and he breaks down, going back to our spending habits and why we don't commune. He goes back to the 1600s when he goes into slavery and what developed into the mindset of why we are this way. Yeah. And then the rest of the book is all about solutions. What can we do now moving forward to make a better life? So Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. Get that book.
And create black business.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of people will.
Barbershop.
New
Melrose got a barbershop, man. Let's talk about that before we run out of time, man. Melrose, let me tell you this. Melrose fucking sprung this shit on me. He was like, yeah, nigga, come roll through to check out my little shit. Nigga, I walked in there. I was like, damn, is this fucking Fox Studios and shit, motherfucker? This shit was nice. This nigga had stages and
we definitely have a surprise.
All kind of shit,
fog machine up in there. I thought I saw a hologram up in that motherfucker.
Yeah, where's Tupac? Yeah, where's Pac up in
doing a concert? Like,
but I think the most important thing is, man, that we as a people, we step out on our dreams and our beliefs and everything that we're doing, and we incorporate the people around us. So my business is an extension of everybody's business, and that's how business grows. Like, I can't do it by myself. I'm just Melrose. I have my limitations, but united together, everybody incorporating your idea, because it's a facility for everybody. So, Black Hollywood coming soon.
What Melrose is saying, circling back to our original topic of the post, Malcolm X. You know what I mean? What did Malcolm talk about? Like, we always we get into worshiping what people talked about, but we don't ever embody with their message.
Sure,
that's
and
right.
The context.
Yeah, the embodiment of Malcolm's message is the same as Garvey's message. Is do for self. Mm-hmm. We cannot rely on a system that was not built for us.
Sure, that's right.
At what point do you stop telling your kids just to go to college and hopefully get a job when black unemployment rate?
College is not about a job. Dude.
It's not about a job. It's
networking.
It's about learning.
It's about learning a specific
and
field.
Expanding your mind and meeting people from different places in the world.
And then even when you get that degree, a degree is 1 of 360. You now have less than 0.5% of knowledge with 1 degree. So it's not that serious.
Right.
But
my kids, y'all motherfuckers, do your homework.
Do your homework, but do your homework and educate yourself so you can create and feed yourself.
Right.
Like he has a barbershop. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Use your talents. You know what I mean? That's the embodiment of Malcolm's message. Is to do for self.
Absolutely. Not being angry.
And not being angry, and for all y'all parents out there, I just opened my company up now. I'm working with parents. If your kids are failing in school, if you have an IEP that you're dealing with, that there are problems and your kids not getting services, call me. I can help that out. Because
you selling medicine?
Yeah, what you doing? Ass whooping some motherfucker? What you doing? Send him to a big black guy.
Hey, if y'all getting y'all pills from the school,
don't put pills in my name in the same sentence. Because I do my day job. I do work in mental health, but I hate dealing with the pills. What I do is with the parents. Right. Y'all may have a kid that's he's failing in school. You're getting D's and you don't know what's going on. Call me, because there are a lot of things that the school is there to compensate for that they don't do. So if your child is failing, if your child is not getting something in school, it's not your child's fault. It's upon the school district it's the school district's responsibility to make it happen. And if it ain't happening, give me a call. I can hook it up.
All right, I like that, man.
An hour ain't enough, Mike.
Hey, man, look,
it's Black History Month. Let's go over.
I know, dude. It's supposed to be like 3 hours. I look. This is what we're gonna do. This is something a little different, man, because we kind of running out of time. Okay. The homie Black Rosebud, which I think we all know. Yeah, this crazy nigga. He got an event coming up. He sent me his radio spot. He's happy to have his first time being on the radio and shit.
No, Rosebud has had a very successful radio show.
No, not the radio show.
He got a radio.
He's got a radio spot that's currently being played, I think, on, I don't know what it is, if it's K-Day, KGLH, I don't know, whatever. So he told me to run it. So I figured we could get a kick out of it, run it for the homie.
Shout out Black Rosebud, man. Keep grinding, my nigga.
Can you run that for us, Poetess?
Thursday, March 9th, G-Force Productions presents Kicking It Old School with live performances by the world-class Wrecking Crew. And Trent Dupree.
Like Griffin going hard in the paint, said that ass look soft, said it look like cake. Fly-ish, yeah, I'm talking suitcase, smoking good, pulling up, trying to count my cake like, oh, you know I can't wait. Little mama, what's good? Let me hit that cake.
Parktown 818 Stand Up, hosted by funny man Black Rosebud. It's going down at Original Mike's, 100 South Main Street, in the city of Santa Ana. There'll be a pop locking contest judged by Turbo Boogaloo from the hit movie Breakin'. For tickets and more info, call 714-579-9959.
Blake Griffin going hard in the paint, said that ass looks soft, said it look
Black Rosebud, that
Black
shit was
Rosebud.
totally.
Don't say I didn't play your shit, motherfucker.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's
No,
what's
that
up.
was totally not you, Black Rosebud. You're synonymous with ghetto bullshit, and you had a nigga sounding
synonymous. I like
clean
that
and white.
Rosebud be doing all kind of shit. I know.
That's not a Black Rosebud event. I don't give a
Nah,
fuck.
I know. There ain't enough strippers, ain't enough
You
hoes.
did a good job editing that, man. That's what's up, Black.
It sounded white though.
It did.
That didn't sound like. Did that sound like some Black Rosebud?
It sounded
shit?
white
Give
and
me-
it sounded
He took it
right,
to some
man. Come
professionals.
on, man. All right, look, y'all. We had 1 hour.
You got a white manager. You're like, no, but
I don't know if we
Rosebud, we're not
covered
gonna
it
do
properly, man. We attempted to give you some history, some Malcolmisms,
Right.
some Martin Luther King.
I learned a lot tonight.
Little Panther, you know.
I learned
we
something.
attempted. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening in. We're going to go around the table, tell us what we got happening, what's happening in our life, and we're going to bounce up out of here, all right? Melrose, starting with you.
Black Hollywood, man, faceted facility.
This nigga said faceted.
It's you know, I'm just saying I'm excited about all of the opportunities that are in front of me right now. So, be on the lookout, Black Hollywood.
All right, love it. All right, yo, man, Mike Robertson. Thanks for tuning in to Mike Robertson Boulevard. We had some fun with y'all tonight. We used to keep it about jokes, but tonight we try to drop a little bit of information, a little knowledge for the folks. Next week, actually, I'm out of town. I'm on the road, and so we won't be having a show next week, actually.
Oh, so one monkey stopped
unfortunately.
the show.
Yeah, one monkey. Shit, that's how it gotta go. So we're gonna skip a week, y'all, but then we back and we doing this shit for fucking all summer. You know what I mean? So anyway, Mike Robertson Boulevard. Catch me at King Mike Boogie on everything. All right.
Already, man. Appreciate you having me, Mike, man. Good kicking it with y'all brothers. This is Elijah Howard. I actually got a nice event coming up March 11th at the Funny House Comedy Night. We're actually doing a show in a backyard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're doing it with some essays, man. So it's going to be 420 friendly drinks.
Well, I might come fuck with that.
Yeah, DJ, you know what I'm saying? I might be able to get you on, Mike.
Oh, man, put
Yeah,
me on, man. I
March
want
11th.
some action.
Absolutely, man. And
Orderly Vato.
actually, yeah, right.
Fato Loco.
I fucks with the essays out here. You heard what I'm saying? You heard
Put
me?
me on too, fool.
Right. So then I got something coming up actually with some Trump supporters. I'm doing a radio show out of Boston coming up March 7th. So I'm interested to have, it's called the Brian and Sherry Show.
Okay.
And, they tried to, we're cool. I've never met them. They tried to call me angry before. And I was like, well, I'm handsome and smart. I don't need to be angry. So, I'm just telling you some facts that you might not like, but that's not my
Nigga,
problem.
don't wear them glasses, nigga, because they'll be scared. All right, Dewan.
All right, Dewan Brown, sportsandthings.com, sports letter N, things with a Z.com. Add me on Facebook, Dewan Brown, DWANN. Brown, Dewan B on Twitter, Dewan B on Instagram.
Okay, you done? Yeah. All right, y'all. Yo, we got the young homie Malcolm. He got his shit at the living room on Main Street on Fridays night.
Family room.
No, family room.
El
Family
Segundo in
room.
Maine. Shout out
Yeah,
Paul.
that's Friday nights.
Black Kung Fu.
So anyway, yo, we're gonna do this thing. Thanks for joining. King Mike Boogie, Supreme Microphone Fiend in the place to be. We got the poetess behind the boards. We got Melrose. We got Dewan Brown. We got Elijah Howard. Yo, let's do this damn thing. Jump, 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 jump.
And we out.